We stood beside a quiet chapel door at the end of a glowing afternoon. Your eyes were trembling and I couldn't say a word. We were like promises that crossed, drifting apart without a sound. Even knowing we couldn't share the same future, we let go of each other's dreams. Time reveals everything, showing us clearly. The more we try to hold on, the more differences appear. We were almost forever, you and I, moments that felt so close. We thought we were walking the same path, but we were going different ways. Even if love was never a lie, we already knew. At the end we couldn't cross, love stood still. Between your familiar words, our hearts slowly drifted apart. We stood facing each other, but couldn't see the same view. If we had understood a little more, maybe it wouldn't end like this. Before a choice we couldn't undo, only tears remained. Separation becomes clearer, pulling us apart. Even when I pretend I'm fine, I keep shaking inside. We were almost forever, you and I. Time we could almost touch. We believed in the same tomorrow, but we changed. Even if love was never a lie, we already knew. On a line we couldn't return from, I stand still. If we had realized a little later, would we be different? Even in the same moment, would we choose differently? Even knowing we had to let go, we couldn't release our hands. Those moments we almost had remain even stronger. We were almost forever, you and I. A story that never reached the end. No matter how I hold on, you drift farther away. Even if time keeps moving on, I remain the same. Inside moments that won't disappear, I still remember you. Almost forever, we almost stayed. It didn't disappear, we just couldn't reach it. We stay beneath the dim blue midnight glow at the end of endless late night calls. Your voice slowly faded and I couldn't continue. We were like drifting signals, crossing the night in silence. Even knowing we couldn't share tomorrow, we held on to time. Time grows deeper, wrapping around us. The more we try to hold on, the more it pulls us apart. We were lost inside the blue hours, fragments of overlapping dawns. A voice that felt like it would last slowly fades away. Even if hearts stayed on the line, we already knew. Inside a time collapsing, love fades away. Your once familiar breath signals quietly disappearing, even as we speak to each other. We can't close the distance. If we had just held on longer, maybe it wouldn't end like this. Before a choice we can't undo, only regret remains. Goodbye seeps in through silent cracks. Even when I pretend I'm fine, I keep falling apart. We were lost inside the blue hours, scattered traces of dawn. The words I couldn't send still echo inside. Even if nights pull us apart, we already knew on a time we can't return to. I stand still. Moments we almost held remain even stronger. We were lost inside the blue hours, a story that never reached. No matter how I call out, you drift farther away. Even if time keeps moving on, I remain the same inside a night that won't fade. I keep searching for you. We stood beneath fading lights, like time slipping away. Two people frozen in silence, smiling while knowing the end. Between fading warmth, your presence still remained. Knowing letting go would end it, I couldn't hold on anymore. Goodbye at dawn, we can't hold on. Every step feels heavier. Following the fading light, we lose each other. Goodbye at dawn, we fade away. There's no going back now. All the moments we shared stop right here. Your warmth I once knew slowly fades away. Even on the same road, we walk toward different ends. If we stay just a little longer, would things be different? Inside time we can't return. I'm left alone. If the night lasted longer, would I still leave? As the light slowly breaks, it pulls us apart. I thought I gave it all, I wish nothing remained. I'm still standing there while I walk away. Goodbye at dawn, we can't hold on. Still holding till the end, watching each other fade into distance. Goodbye at dawn, we fade away. There's no turning back now. What once felt so real fades into nothing. stood beneath the fading hallway light at the end of a scattered night. Your eyes avoided mine, and I couldn't say a word. We were like frozen breaths, turning away without a sound. Without even saying goodbye, we let each other slip away. Time moves quietly, passing through us. The more we try to hold on, the more space it creates. We said goodbye in silence tonight, between scattered air. The last words I couldn't say remain deep inside. Even if we never spoke the end, we already felt it inside a moment that ended. Love stood still. Your once familiar breath, traces slowly disappearing. We look at each other but never speak. If I had just found the courage, maybe it wouldn't end like this. On a moment I can't undo, only regret remains. Goodbye sinks deeper without a word. Even when I pretend I'm fine, I keep falling apart. We said goodbye in silence tonight, among the traces left behind. The one thing I couldn't say still echoes inside. Even if we walked away like this, we already knew. At a point we can't return, I stand still. If I could return to that moment again, would I have said something? Would it change the end? Those unspoken feelings remain so strong. I'm still standing there, unable to move. We said goodbye in silence tonight. A heart never delivered. No matter how I call out, you drift farther away. Even if time keeps moving on, I remain the same. Inside a moment that won't fade, I keep calling you. Silent goodbye still echoes now. It didn't disappear, it stayed behind.
With a bright smile on my face, I walk like nothing's wrong. Anyone would think I'm fine, that's how I get through the day. Between scattered feelings, my hidden truth remains. Swallowed quietly, this deep trembling inside. Invisible tears, I'm breaking down. You just can't see them. Behind this smiling face, I'm falling apart. Invisible tears, I hide it all. No one ever knows. These moments I endure are consuming me. Even your familiar name, I can't say it anymore. Even in the same time, I feel frozen still. If I had been more honest, would it change anything? At the end of a
Yeah. We stood like passing strangers
on the street we once knew,
avoiding each other's eyes,
pretending nothing happened. Between memories we shared, scenes still remain. Just one step could reach you, but
I stopped instead. We became strangers again tonight, like we never knew each other.
even if I reach out, I turn away.
We became strangers again somehow, like nothing ever happened.
We were once so close, drift apart. Your once familiar expression now feels so distant. Even on the same road, we look different ways.
If I had just tried a little more, would it be different? Inside time I can't undo, I'm left alone.
If we never met, would it hurt less? All those moments,
Why do they remain?
I thought I erased it all,
But it's still here,
everything we once had
feels even further now. We became strangers again tonight,
still unable to reach.
even as we pass so close, we stay apart. We became strangers again somehow.
There's no turning back.
We who were once everything are now nothing.
We stood inside a quiet empty room between faded walls. Your eyes said nothing,
And I couldn't speak.
we were like a frozen scene, folding time in silence. Even knowing we couldn't return, we erased each other's traces.
Time moves slower through this space.
The more we try to hold on, the more it slips away.
This is the address I can't return to, between the memories left behind, the traces I can't erase still remain. Even if we walk away tonight, we already knew inside this ending space love fades away.
Your familiar belongings, time quietly packed away. We look at each other,
but say nothing.
if I stayed a little longer, maybe goodbye would wait. Before a choice I can't undo, only tears remain. If I could go back,
I wouldn't let go.
inside the time that
I
passed,
still think of you,
in the space left behind,
following our traces.
I'm still standing there,
Unable to leave. This is the address I can't return to, a time we couldn't reach. No matter how we call out, we drift apart. Even if time keeps moving on, we remain the same inside memories that won't fade. We keep searching. Oh, the dress still feels like you.
it didn't disappear.
It stayed behind.
Beneath a frozen second hand, we said nothing at all. Inside a moving air, we faced each other like a frozen scene. That moment stood still, unable to take a step forward. We stayed stuck like a broken clock. We stayed the same, unable to move forward inside a time that ended. I'm trapped like a broken clock. Nothing moves, nothing changes now. In that frozen moment, we remain. Your once familiar breath, I can't feel anymore. Even standing in the same place, we're somewhere else. If we had just moved forward, would it change anything before a time we can't undo? We stopped. Oh, if time had just passed, maybe it wouldn't hurt this much. Inside this frozen moment, it lingers deeper. It feels like it never ended, so I can't leave. I'm still standing there, right where we started. Like a broken clock, we stay the same. We can't escape, no matter how we try. Time won't move. Like a broken clock, nothing moves. There's no turning back. We who couldn't move on remain here. Broken clock, still standing still. It didn't disappear, it just stopped. Yeah. We were beneath 1,000 crowded lights at the end of a busy street. Your steps drifted farther away, and I couldn't say a word. We were like passing scenes, turning directions without a sound. Even in the same place, we walked past each other. Time feels unfamiliar as it passes us by. The more we try to hold on, the more space it creates. We were lost in a city that knew us, between overlapping streets. Even the moment we could have met fades away. Even if we breathe the same night air, we already knew. Inside the same space, we can't reach each other. Familiar streets we once walked, people passing quietly. Even as we walked toward each other, we missed the timing. If we left just a little later, maybe it wouldn't end like this. On a flow we can't turn back, old memories remain. Goodbye passes coldly right through us. Even when I pretend I'm fine, I keep the city that knew us. Between scattered moments, the look I couldn't sense still remains. Even if we walk the same streets again, we already knew, in a place we can't meet again. Stand still. If we walk the same street, will we pass by each other? Even under the same sky, are we living different times? Even knowing I should let go, I still turn back. The city still remembers the time we had. We were lost in the city that knew us, a story that never reached. No matter how I search, you fade away. Even if time keeps moving on, I remain the same. Inside streets that won't disappear, I keep looking for you. The city still remembers, it didn't disappear, we just passed by. Holding a small box, I stood there that night. The words I couldn't say stayed at my fingertips. A carefully chosen feeling wrapped inside. Even the moment I meant to give it faded away. The unopened gift still waits for you, never delivered. The feelings I couldn't give remain here. The unopened gift I couldn't give, now it means nothing. But that trembling moment still holds me. Even your familiar name, I can't say it now. We were in the same time, but reached different ends. If I'd known a little later, would it change anything? Inside a closed off day, I'm left alone. If I never try to give it, maybe it wouldn't hurt this much. The moment I wanted to share the most remains stronger. Still unopened, time keeps passing. I feel like I'm still standing right there. The unopened gift still waits for you, never reaching you. No matter how I look back, you're gone. The unopened gift I couldn't give, there's no turning back. The feelings from that day still remain. Unopened gift, still in the dark. It didn't disappear, I just kept it. We stayed beneath a fading screen light at the edge of a flickering dawn. Your eyes slowly drifted away, and I couldn't respond. We were like crossed signals, fading apart without a sound. Even though we couldn't reach each other, we stayed trapped in separate nights. Time turns colder, passing right through us. The more we try to hold on, the more the distance grows. 37, this
silence, the feelings I couldn't send remain deep inside. Even if silence pulls us apart, we already felt it coming, and this time drifting away, love slowly fades. Instead of your familiar voice, only quiet air remains. Even when I reach toward you, I can't close the distance. If I realized sooner, maybe it wouldn't end like this. A moments I can't turn back, only regret builds up. Goodbye comes without words, seeping through the cracks. Even when I pretend I'm fine, I keep breaking down. 37 missed calls tonight, traces that won't disappear. The words I couldn't send still echo inside. Even if distance pulls us apart, we already knew. From this point of no return, I stand still. If we could connect again, I wouldn't let go that time. Through all the missed signals, I keep calling for you. Those moments I let slip away still remain so strong. I'm still standing there, unable to move. 37 missed calls tonight, a heart that never reached you. No matter how I call out, you drift farther away. Even if time keeps moving on, I remain the same. Inside memories that won't fade, I keep searching for you. Missed calls still lighting up, it didn't disappear. I just let it slip away.
We stood between frozen moments without saying a word. Even when our eyes met, I swallowed everything. Between passing scenes, you still remain. I could have said it once, but I kept delaying. Too late to say I needed you. Now I finally realize the words I never said still hold me back. Too late to say I loved you. Now I can't reach you. Why was that simple phrase so hard to say? Your familiar voice, I can't hear it anymore. We were in the same time, but chose different paths. If I had been more honest, maybe it wouldn't end like this. Inside a moment I can't undo, I'm left alone. If I had just said it once, would it change everything? That single hesitation changed it all. Why does it feel so clear now after everything is gone? I still feel like I'm standing right there. Too late to say I needed you. I let you slip away. No matter how I call, you drift farther. Too late to say I loved you. There's no going back. The words I held inside still remain. Too late to say, still inside me. It didn't disappear.
through the passing air. A familiar echo spreads when I stop and listen. I hear your name between scattered memories. Your warmth still remains. I reach out as if I could touch you, but I stand still again. Voice on the wind, I hear you now, like you never disappeared. Your distant voice calling me won't let me go. Voice on the wind, don't fade away, though I can't reach you. In this drifting air, I'm searching for you. Your familiar way of speaking flows through somewhere. Even walking the same road, it feels like you're here. If I stay just a little longer, could I see you again? Inside time, I can't turn back, I'm left alone. If I had forgotten, maybe it wouldn't hurt this much. But traces I cannot see remain stronger. I thought everything was gone, why do I still hear you? I'm still standing here, waiting for you. Voice on the wind, I hear you now. You never disappeared. No matter how I push away, your voice returns. Voice on the wind, don't fade away. There's no turning back. In this scattered time, I keep calling you. Voice on the wind, still calling me. It didn't disappear, it still remains. We stood beneath a washed out silver sky, among traces of scattered rain. Your eyes had already cooled, and I couldn't find the words. We were like a storm that passed, fading away without a sound. Even knowing everything had ended, we let each other slip away. Time slows down, filling up the air. The more I try to hold on, the more it empties my hands. When the rain stops, what remains now between drowned emotions? The edge of what once poured out quietly scatters. Even if storms are far behind, we already knew. Inside this hollow moment, I stand still. Your trembling breath I knew so well, now completely gone. Even as I turn toward you, there's nothing left to follow. If it hurt just a little less, maybe it wouldn't end like this. On a flow I can't turn back, only memories remain. Goodbye sings quietly through empty spaces. Even when I pretend I'm fine, I keep sinking. After the rain, only silence stays. It didn't disappear, it became emptiness.
We walked along the same route, looking at the same view. Time kept moving forward as we walked side by side. Our steps aligned, your rhythm felt so natural. We believed without a doubt our paths would stay the same. Where the road ends, we let go now, heading different ways. Letting go of the hands we once held tight. Where the road ends, we choose alone, no longer together. We who share the same dream drift apart. Even the warmth of this road feels different now. Though we stand in the same place, we look somewhere else. If we walked a little longer, would it change anything? At a moment we can't undo, we stop and part. If we never knew, maybe it wouldn't hurt like this. Even on the same road, we walk toward different ends. Even though we can't hold on, each step feels heavy. All the moments we shared remain even stronger. Where the road ends, we let go now, we finally release. No matter how I turn back, I can't reach you again. Where the road ends, we choose alone, there's no going back. We who face the same direction now drift apart. Where the road ends, we turned away. It didn't disappear, we just chose differently. Under the sunlight that once spread, we were smiling bright. When our hands brushed, everything seemed to shine. Between blooming feelings, warmth softly touched. We believed it would last forever. Those promises we made. Wilting flowers falling apart, slowly growing cold. Those shining moments drift away. Wilting flowers fading away, there's no turning back. We who were once so beautiful fall apart. Your once familiar eyes now mean something else. Even standing in the same place, we look somewhere else. If I held on just a little longer, would it change anything? Inside time we can't return, we fall apart. If it never existed, maybe it wouldn't hurt this much. The moments that shine the brightest remain even stronger. Can it bloom again, even knowing it's too late? I still feel like I'm standing right there. Wilting flowers falling apart, I couldn't hold on. No matter how I try, you slip away. 间。